So BixWare has been warning and warning and warning Michelle White Dove in two separate reports. White Dove Report 1, White Dove Report 2. Stay away from Tether. It's not good. I see this thing is failing. It's going to be bad. Her second report, which I've posted both of those reports, just those two sections on Bitfinex, on Tether, which is tied to Bitfinex, but Tether on my Patreon a few days ago. And I said, guys, I just want everyone, reminder, Michelle White Dove, here's what she said in Report 1. Here's what she said in Report 2, specifically on Tether. And on Tether, Report 2, she says, when this thing goes, the market's going to be affected. The whole market will be affected in a negative way. However, I don't see it being affected as bad as some people may think. And then it will recover. But that's what she saw. So 33 minutes ago, newsflash, and this is a real 33 minutes ago because I'm doing this video this morning. Bitfinex suspends fiat deposits amid Bitcoin sell-off. Well, isn't that when people might want to be putting money in so they could buy on the dip? Buy the BTFD, buy the effing dip? Did cryptocurrency exchange giant Bitfinex play a role in last night's Bitcoin sell-off? Now keep in mind, we had the Dow Jones getting crushed. All the main markets, even overseas, were getting crushed. All day long, crypto market, steady $217 billion, didn't flinch. Then last night, all of a sudden, oh my gosh, market starts dumping. Why would a market dump like that? Unless there were insiders selling off because they knew what was happening. And these insiders would be people that have enormous amounts of money and or Bitcoin staring them in the face, like the people that run the Bitfinex exchange, the Brock Pierce group, Block One, again, it's all tied together, Tether, all of it. But first, let's take a look. Fake news. Here it is. I just typed in Bitfinex news. Just curious. Okay, 2 days ago. Latest news on Bitfinex. Read the most. Okay, top stories. Bitfinex has now the second richest Tether USDT wallet. So this is only as a day ago. We'll look at that in a second. Fake news. Fake news, says CCN. Cryptocurrency exchange Bitfinex denies insolvency. We are solvent. We are totally solvent. Breaking news today, 2 days later. Bitfinex suspends fiat deposits amid Bitcoin sell-off. Again, what exchange in their right mind would stop people from bringing money to them, hard fiat dollars, to their exchange, getting all the fees? They always get fees, right? To go buy cryptos. They're suspending fiat deposits? Huh? You don't say. Is it possible that this is because their bank is also using Noble Bank? The bank that uses Noble Bank, because I know tied to, Tether or whatever, but is Bitfinex also using Tether? Is Bitfinex also using Noble Bank? And all of a sudden may have just gotten some news from potential authorities, cease and desist. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just going to throw that out there as a possibility. And that's why they had to do this. Again, this would be the beginning of the end, potentially, for Bitfinex, Tether, all of it. I say all of it, not the crypto market. However, crypto, as Michelle White Dove has said, crypto market will be affected in a negative way, but it won't be as bad as people think. Well, we just wiped out $17 billion. It was $217 billion. It's now 201. Crypto exchange Bitfinex denies rumors of insolvency in banking, blah, 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 3 days ago. In banking issues. There's no banking issues. Everything's fine until today. Once again, Bitfinex suspends fiat deposit amongst or amid whatever Bitcoin sell-off. Did cryptocurrency exchange giant Bitfinex play a role in last night's Bitcoin sell-off? As first reported by The Block, the British Virgin Islands-based but Hong Kong-operated exchange has temporarily paused Euro, USD, Japan, and Great Britain pound, whatever, wire deposits. Although screenshots from customer accounts circulated on social media suggest that the situation should normalize within a week. Within a week? Yeah, so guy named Squeeze, Crypto Squeeze at Twitter, wire deposits are temporary pause. Things are expected to resume in a week. Reports had emerged last week that Bitfinex, long suspected, to be holding funds at the now faltered Noble Bank in Puerto Rico, had found a permanent banking partner in HSBC. Per the block, Bitfinex was actually banking at Bitfinex. What? Per the block, Bitfinex was actually banking at Bitfinex through a private account via Global Trading Solutions. I don't think they meant to say that. Whatever. Consequently, it's possible that HSBC was not aware that it was holding Bitfinex assets, and following the significant press coverage, had suspended or closed that account. If true, it marks the conclusion of another short chapter of Bitfinex's long history of banking woes. And they have a link to long history to let you know in the past. Yes, they have. I think what they meant to say was Bitfinex was actually banking at HSBC, not Bitfinex was banking at Bitfinex. So, again, where's Noble Bank in all this? If that was the one that said, oh, no, we have the money, that was for Tether, right? So supposedly Noble Bank was backing the Tethers with $2.5 billion in the bank that the deep state former FBI guy, runs. Oh yeah, we saw the law firm, the law firm he runs. We saw $2.5 billion on this day. We can verify that. Okay, well, any person with half a brain in their head would say, can you show us the papers? If you're a law firm looking into this to make a press statement to everybody that, yeah, they've got the money, can you verify that they've had the money since we've been using Tether? Can you show us a paper trail of deposits backing Tether each and every time Tether was increased in amount? Nope, we're just going to tell you that on this specific day we saw $2.5 billion, and that's all we can tell you. Right? Shady as hell. So, again, they thought they found a permanent banking partner in HSBC, so more than likely, Bitfinex was actually banking at HSBC through a private account via Global Trading Solutions. And it's possible that HSBC was not aware that it was holding Bitfinex assets, and following the significant press coverage, has now suspended or closed that account. And if this is true, again, if it's true, and again, where there's smoke, there's fire, my friends, it marks the conclusion of another short chapter in Bitfinex's long history of banking woes. Cryptocurrency market has faced a significant sell-off on Thursday, raising questions about whether there's a connection between the decline and concerns over Bitfinex's oft opaque operations. Now, if you want to look at, well, let's go to TradingView. And let's take a little peek-see-poo. Bitcoin down 5%. Remember Cliff saying the other day, looks like a Friday's coming, maybe a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, where Bitcoin goes up and the market probably with it, 9%. This is half of that. It's down today. So, again, after whatever the hell is happening here settles, maybe we're going to have this rally, a significant rally, because of this crap with Bitfinex. But if you want to look at charts, let's say, for example, and see everything selling off at the same time. All right, so here's this nice big red candle, and we have time frame 10 o'clock, practically 10. Well, yeah, this is 10 o'clock sharp, roughly. So that was 18. This is the 2 hour. So somewhere between 9 and 10. But I'm on the 2 hour anyway, so we'll leave it there. How about Bitcoin? Same exact time. Sure enough, identical. Digibyte, by chance. Same exact time. 18 and then 20, right there. EOS, one of their coins. There's 18, 20, 22, right there. 20, meaning 2000 hours, or 10 o'clock, or 8 o'clock. ETH, 18, 19, 20. There it is. Litecoin. Absolutely. Same story. Neo. Same story. Theta. Same story. Why am I sharing this with you? Well, let's go over to the cryptocurrency market. And I want you to, this is a 7-day graph that's automatically included. It's always here. Look. Just take a look at the exact time all these are going down. They're right on top of each other and they fall off a cliff, right? This is the same exact time, which is what? What does this mean? This means that every single cryptocurrency out there, top 100, pretty much, right? Go to the next page. Looking very, very similar. Many of these coins. Now, Mobile Go, not really affected. It doesn't seem too bad, but I mean, nonetheless, everything's down. Ravencoin, on the other hand, doesn't really seem to care. But point being, especially the top 100, this page doesn't look as equal to the first page as far as stuff being sold off. But there is quite a bit that does. I mean, all these, what this is telling me is, again, the entire market. This isn't a Bitcoin thing or a Litecoin thing. This is an entire market event. The entire market is being affected by this. And all at the same exact time. So, I guess my question would be, going back to this person's post, which we'll take a peek at. He posted this. Look at this guy. Relax, guys. They're solvent. You know how banks treat crypto, but they ain't going to get us down. Squeeze, my friend, I don't think you understand the story behind Bitfinex. This is a little bit different. But 5:57 a.m., he's posting this. October 11th, which is today. So the sell-off started at 9, or 8, technically, p.m. last night. So if that's the case, again, were there insiders? Because when did the news come out about this? He's posting at 6 o'clock in the morning over here. Well, that was, 10 hours before that or so when the sell-off started happening. Again, are there insiders at Bitfinex knowing what's happening? We got to get the hell out. Get this out immediately. Get out of these positions as fast as possible. I mean, I don't know. They're not accepting fiat deposits. So the fact that they're not accepting fiat deposits is telling me there's definitely a banking issue. And if it was with HSBC, HSBC said, yeah, now the hell with it, which is possible. It's like, well, this is crypto. You know how the banks treat crypto. Well, here's my question to that. How is it that we just got news a few days ago? I'm sure you got some emails too, some of you, from Bitfinex. Hey, we now accept fiat deposits. I got an email. Other people were sending me messages. Oh, did you get this? Yes, I did. So that's one that now accepts fiat deposits. Gemini Exchange has always accepted fiat deposits. So has Coinbase. Now, they don't have a giant supply of different cryptos, but they do have the main cryptos. At least Gemini, they're fixing to add Litecoin here in the very near future, I think over this weekend, tomorrow, Saturday, something like that. So then they'll have 3 to choose from: Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin over at Gemini. But the point is, they got to have a bank, and yes, it's crypto. So if HSBC is going to say, "Oh, well, you're in crypto, we don't want to back that, we're out of here," or not even back it, we don't want to deal with you. We don't want to make money off you. Tons of money because you're an exchange. You're not Jabroni Joe or the trader guys out there. You are a giant exchange, which we could get tons of fees off of you. Earn some interest, everything else. Nah, we don't want to deal with you. Or is there something more sinister going on with Bitfinex, which is tied to Tether, Block 1, Noble Bank? It's the same group of people, the same CEO there. Again, Bix Weir's been covering this in depth. So I'm trying to find out as the market was selling off. When was the first time the actual news came out? There's a problem with deposits. So you go to Bitfinex's Twitter account, you would think a legitimate company with 460,000 followers would have something posted. Hey, we've limited withdrawals and or deposits or just deposits or whatever on their freaking Twitter feed. They've got a pinned tweet from October 9th. We are pleased to present a new suite of reporting tools designed to enhance user control. Okay. Retweeted. Another cool feature. Okay. Well, our exchange log version. Okay. Where the hell's the deposit stuff? There's nothing in here. Again, wouldn't any legitimate company say, trading company, listen, when Binance goes down or there's an issue or trading halted, that guy is all over Twitter telling everyone, we'll keep you up to date. We're telling you what's happening. Got 2 more hours, we suspect, blah, blah, blah. Like, same with the other ones, other exchanges. But Bitfinex, this happened yesterday, basically. You haven't said a word since the 9th. You have no post since the 9th, 10th, 11th. There's one on the 5th. I mean, I get it. You don't have to post every single day. You know, there's no need for that. But a freaking update on something massive, like you can't put money into our accounts over here? I wonder if people can take it out. That'd be a question I'd like to, find. I haven't seen that. This is the one reporting on it, this site here. How any rational party can claim insolvency when the opposite is there for all to see is interesting and once again perhaps indicative of a targeted campaign based on nothing but fiction, the firm said in a post. Complications continue to exist for us in the domain of fiat transactions, as they do for most cryptocurrency-related organizations. However, we continue to do our utmost to minimize any waiting times associated with fiat deposits and withdrawals. CCN has reached out to Bitfinex's external media contact, and they will update this article if we receive a reply. Are there any comments? Wide speculations. This is 32 minutes ago. Crypto markets at their finest. First we write and publish it, then we actually let the subject know and permit to speak on the matter at an undisclosed time frame. When will this community mature finally? How can one be expected to constantly prove that he is not a camel? Okay, so if you can't deposit fiat or withdraw still online. Hour ago posted. Nobody seems to know that answer. I'm not on Bitfinex. It's a different article. Another article. Anyways. Very, very interesting. I kind of can't wait to see where this goes. Because if this is, like Bix has been saying, this is good riddance of the criminality, the rigging, the Tether stuff. We got, and I posted this on my Patreon, and I said, and I laid it out, guys. That means we could be expecting another crypto fall, potentially in the near future. I said, I know we're in October, but if this happens soon, well, it's fixing to happen, and then maybe the recovery will kick in, and then okay, fall time frame really is awesome because oh my God, now that negative thing is out of the way, meaning Tether, Bitfinex, all of it, all of a sudden the market starts reacting like we're used to seeing, would be a good thing. And I, told people, look, you have an opportunity here, or not necessarily an opportunity, but you have an option to say, okay, if I see some faltering, basically get out, get back in, or say, you know what, I've already been through this 40 times this year. I really don't care. All I care is where it's going to be, in the coming months and the year or two. And I think most people took that approach, to be honest with you, because I really didn't have many comments that anyone was going to do anything about it. At the same time, this isn't exactly Tether failing, but it's essentially a parent company, if you will, Bitfinex. It's the same owner owns them. You know what I mean? Like Noble Bank and all that. So I say parent company. It's not even that's not really accurate either, but they're all tied. These are tied together. Bitfinex, Tether, Block One, Noble Bank. So you've seen the guy's posts on Bitfinex on Twitter, Bitfinex, which I'm going to click on. See if he has anything. He may be sleeping and not even recognize what just happened till this morning. Well, he retweeted 19 minutes ago. Nouriel Rubini, this is the guy, I mentioned this briefly the other day. He is being, him and another guy are there to testify, whatever, or talk, whatever, about, not really testify, about blockchain at this committee hearing in Washington, D.C. I'm sure it's going to be positive. Bitfinex can short Bitcoin and sell customers Bitcoins for fiat to process some withdrawals of fiat. So he's posting this. So here's what he just wrote 28 minutes ago. Bitfinex can short Bitcoin and sell customers Bitcoins for fiat to process some withdrawals of fiat. And he says, don't let them do this. Withdraw your Bitcoins. This is the guy that is all over Bitfinex and they're what he calls 100% criminality. 6 minutes ago from this guy here, which again, I'm not sure when this was posted, he took a screenshot. The wild things about Finex deposits being disabled is that fiat withdrawals are still enabled. Yes, I'm aware there are some reports to the contrary. However, Finex still denies it. Claims they are working as expected, and if this were a widespread issue, I believe we would be hearing a lot more about it. Even for most banks, allowing withdrawals without deposits would not be sustainable for very long. My new tinfoil hat theory is that this big wave of sell-offs was initiated by Bitfinex selling off a big chunk of their own supply to ensure that they have enough runway, so to speak, for withdrawals until they can re-enable deposits. It's a theory, and that's possible. What he just said is possible, but he did say that they were allowing withdrawals. Some people are still saying no, they're not, but as he said, but it seems like there's not really many posts about that. And again, 33 minutes ago, tip, don't wait a week to withdraw from Bitfinex and Tether exchanges. Withdraw today. Bitfinex is founded by Ponzi scammer, and they are not transparent. Their employees have been lying all over Reddit. Withdraw, says Bitfinex. Here's a screenshot. U.S. wire deposits temporarily paused. The Bitfinex exodus continues. You should withdraw from Bitfinex and all Tether exchanges ASAP. He's warning, he's sounding the alarms. He's showing you what is happening. Balances and everything that's going on over there. Wow, this is really a surprise. Again, breaking Bitfinex suspends all fiat deposits. USD deposits no longer. Like he said, well, wow, really a big surprise. He's been sounding the alarm for months, this guy. It's going to get worse, he says. Paxos and USD, True USD, trades at a premium against Tether. So, again, Bitfinex says it's going to get worse. Tracy, my portfolio just got smacked. My neck, my back, and my back. I'm suing for $150,000, but we can settle out of court right now for a pack of envelopes and some jawbreakers. What else we got? I'm saving this. I just bought Bitcoin for my parents. It's too obvious that it's about to explode. And he goes, I'm saving this. Yeah. Before it explodes, though, it must come down because of some shenanigans over at Bitfinex. But again, here's the thing. If it's just Bitcoin dumping, everything else is dumping with it. Litecoin's dumping, Stellar's dumping, EOS is dumping, Bitcoin Cash is dumping, Ripple's dumping, Ethereum's dumping, Cardano, Monero, all of them. Tron, IOTA, Dash. I mean, everything's dumping at the same time. Now, you could argue, well, you know, people are going to dump when they see Bitcoin taking a heavy hit. All of a sudden, everyone understands what that means. They just get out everything that they own into, for example, Tether, which... Speaking of Tether, volume 3.3 billion. And I want to see actually the charts on Tether last 7 days, because I mean, look at year to date just for something interesting, or actually all where it was at first. When it first came out, it really started getting used when back in November and December. But even then, the volume isn't like it's been ever since then. So let's look at 1800, right? That's when we talked about 20. It was right around here. So 20 is 8 o'clock, 2000 hours, whatever. It's right here. We see this big spike all of a sudden on the price, not that 2-cent spike, you know, whatever, but it shows something happened. And then all of a sudden, look down here, volume steadily increases, and then just keeps, and then goes sideways now, although it has increased just a hair more from the looks of it. So people are in fact dumping into Tether to try to get out of this, you know, bloodbath, so to speak. And I'm thinking you're going into Tether, which is, again, it is basically tied to Bitfinex because of a problem at Bitfinex. I just don't think there's enough people know about it, or maybe like, you know, Bix has said, you know, so many people, oh, they're making money. They're making money, so we don't care. We're making money, who cares? We're making money. I think that was Bix who was saying that, right? So anyways, yeah, I can stop chatting now. You get the point. And we will see where this goes the rest of the day. Maybe some more videos coming as things unfold. We will see. Take care.